Thank you so much. What a wonderful, wonderful welcome. I got this handsome guy right here. I wanted to talk about him first. He's worked for me for years, and somebody's got to pick up the mantle somewhere, but they also said, got to get a really good-looking guy. I said, well, thank you. And they said, no, we meant Callahan. So he's working with me now, and he really, really loved having you work with me.
Thank you very much. I just want to say what a big honor this is. You know, I watched my father go after the worst of the worst bad guys my whole life. The show started in 1988. I was just a few years old at the time. It's been on long enough that I grew up on set. I wound up graduating college, working on the show as a producer, and now joined my father as a co-host. I'm just honored to continue his legacy that he started so many years ago in Adam's memory, and I just thank you for the opportunity.
Wonderful to have you. You know, coming in here, somebody stopped me and said, hey, boy, that show America's Most Wanted is wonderful. My mom really loves you. I said, well, thank you very much. And he says, were you an old soap opera guy with the gray hair and stuff? And I said, no, I wasn't. I was a hotel builder. And I got started in this, as you saw, by Adam's terrible murder. You know, it took me 27 years to solve Adam's case. I finally had to get the files away from the Hollywood, Florida police. They made such a nightmare out of the case, and 2 retired cops helped me solve Adam's case. But I'll never forget when Fox came to me, and after all of that terrible stuff with Adam, we were heartbroken, and my wife, his mom, started the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children from our garage. And she's amazing. We have, Callahan works there, works for America's Most Wanted too, but how many kids have you recovered over all these years, the National Center? Over 480,000 kids we got back alive. So you're doing God's work there, Callahan. But anyway, Fox tracked me down in the Fort Lauderdale airport, and there was no terrorists in those days, and they chased me right to the gate. And the guy says to me, Mr. Walsh, can we talk to you? And I said, I'm trying to catch this plane. I'm going to testify in Washington. Testified over 100 times. And he said, I just need 5 minutes. We're starting a new network. And I said, really? There's ABC, CBS, and NBC. And he said, no. We're starting a new network. We're calling it Fox. And I said, really? Who's ever heard of Fox? He goes, well, we're just one night. You know, we got a bartender off the street, Sunset Boulevard, named Johnny Depp, and he's in a show called 21 Jump Street one night. And I went, who the hell is Johnny Depp? So, and then I said, so who's this guy? He said, Rupert Murdoch. He's a millionaire. He wasn't a billionaire then. And he's starting the 4th network here. And I said, well, what's it going to be? He said, you know, we tested actors. We want you. You're the real deal, because we're going to model this show after Crime Watch UK, which is a show done in England by the BBC. And I said, really? And he said, it's a reality show. And I said, what is a reality show? And he said, where you're going to do reenactments, you're going to do reality shows. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, you know, America's Most Wanted was the first reality show. And I said, really? And he says, what do you think about reality shows? And I said, I don't know, the Gold Digger Housewives of Butte, Montana is not a reality show. But anyway, so then he said, well, we've lost some money, but we're going to start off with this station, and it's going to be recreations, and we want you to host it. And I said no for 6 months. I was so stuck on getting the National Center going and doing all that type of work. And finally, I went home one day, and Reveille and I, that's my beautiful wife, his mom, been married together 52 years. Donnie, proud of you and your wife for 50 years. Somebody asked me, how did you stay married so long? I said, well, his and her bathrooms, and I was gone for just about 50 of those years. But anyway, I said to her, we've been getting threats. I'm testifying against this group, North American Man-Boy Love Association, whose slogan is sex before 8 or it's too late. They say they're going to blow up our house. They're going to kill Megan, our daughter that was born 2 years after Adam was murdered. And I said, I'm really worried about you. And she says, don't worry. This is what we do now, John. This is what we do. We'll make those sacrifices. Don't forget who the real victim was. And I've never forgot those words. Reveille was right on. So I went to do it, and you saw the guy, the first guy. Fox went, what do you want to do? I said, I'm not going to Hollywood. I I want to be in Washington, D.C. at the National Center near the FBI and the Marshals, and I'll pick the fugitives, no Hollywood fugitives. Cops aren't going to answer the phone. I'm going to ask the public to trust me, no revenge. Cops won't answer the phones, we're going to answer the phones. So the first guy I picked was David James Roberts, FBI top 10. This guy had raped 28 women and got out after only 6 years. While he was out, he killed 2 adults and two children. They caught him again and put him back in. This time he faked like he had a stomach ailment, and he got a buddy to bring a gun to the hospital, and he was on the FBI's top 10 for 8 years. I picked him to be the first ever fugitive on America's Most Wanted because he was a child killer. Take a guess where that guy was. We caught him 3 days after we aired that show, our very first show, Top 10 Fugitive. He was running a shelter for the homeless on Staten Island, a sociopathic murder in plain sight. The rest of it is kind of history. We're back on the air now. John Farrakani is with me, executive producing the show. We've had 6 sample shows. We've caught 4 guys off of those shows. 1 guy that molested 12 little girls under the ages of 7. I was thrilled to catch that dirtbag. That bastard should rot in jail forever. But anyway, you're the reason. Thank you. I feel that way. We're in tough times now. We've become a lawless society. Kids are pouring over the border. We need your help more than ever. America's Most Wanted succeeded and continues to succeed, and Fox has been my biggest supporter all these years because of you, the public. You have the guts to make the call. I don't want to know your name, don't know whether you're legal, illegal, all the bad things that are happening on the border. We need your help. You made America's Most Wanted such a success, and you helped me make sure Adam didn't die in vain. So God bless you. Thank you for your support. Have a great time here. It's a beautiful convention. God bless you. Thank you.